Hello everybody, my name is Elenator and welcome back to Ultimate Minecraft Polyworld episode 456. I wonder what I was doing back on episode 123, but now here we are, 456. I wonder what I'm gonna be doing when I get to episode 789. Alright, well either way, we have some more coal I wanted to pick up while we're here. I don't particularly know why I have the urge to pick up an absurd amount of coal, but I'd rather pick it up now while I have the opportunity. In fact, it would also be wise to pick up iron and other stuff. I'll keep going for this copper. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'll think of something. I was almost considering using it for the floor. I don't know, we'll see. Truth be told, the oxidized copper roofs are kind of cool. So maybe I'll go for that instead. I don't know, I like the green. I like the, I guess it's more like a teal that it shows once it's oxidized. Anyway, let's keep doing, as long as we're in this area. Howdy and welcome back. So I know what a marvel cave is. I know what marble is, but I don't think that's what you're talking about. It's a cave. What makes it marvelous? Well, funny you should ask. Here's what it's all about. Alright, go away, water. I got stuff to do. Can't say so, see ya. Okay, bye. Thanks for dropping in. That's floating gravel. Did someone buzz me? Yes, but not important. Alright, so let's keep looking around. Hey, I've been here before. Makes sense. A lot of these caves are all kind of connected. Peekaboo, I see you. Whoop. See you later, Mr. Green Bean. He's gone. I wonder. I don't think we ever will. It'd probably just make things complicated. But I wonder, because y'all know how we have the ores that spawn in Grimstone, how they have the Grimstone variant of that ore, so that way it blends in. I wonder if we're ever gonna have any of the other ores. Can I steal your shovel? I don't know what iron shovel would do for me, but I wanted it. But I wonder if we'll ever get any of the ores that generate within andesite, diorite, and granite, because those are all stone-based, which means anything that replaces stone. Most stuff, at least, most stuff that replaces stone, particularly the ores, upon generation, since they generate the different, since ores replace the different stone types, I wonder if there will ever be a day where we get andesite coal ore, diorite coal ore, granite coal ore, andesite iron ore, granite iron ore, diorite iron ore. And I don't feel like going through the whole list. But you understand what I'm saying, though. Probably not, though. They'd be adding 3 more of every type of ore. I don't even know if they would ever think that generates properly. Because you gotta remember, the different stone variants were added way back in 1.8. That was a long while ago. They probably didn't have a way to distinguish what type of stone it was generating in. 1.8 was the early part of the flattening. Alright, I'm trying not to go too far down. As long as I know a fast way to get back out, that's the important part. I'm already past 2 stacks of copper. Yeah, this stuff is everywhere. I'll take it though. I'm sure I'll find some use for it, especially if it takes nine copper bars to make a block. Maybe that's why it's so abundant. They were totally prepared for people to use copper for building. There are some uses for it, I will say. Especially if you wax the different states, you can get the gradient. But otherwise, I don't know, kind of just takes up a lot of space. If I grab as much copper as I can now, I won't have to bother trying to grab copper later. Looking at you, Red Dust, and the 3 or 4 times I had to go looking. I had to go looking for more because I ran out in the middle of whatever project I was working on. Maybe I should do something with all that red dust while I'm over here. Cannot guarantee. I'd rather not. I kind of wonder, though, if we do have the proper lush caverns. Oops, that's already getting close to being full. I know we have the blocks, but I don't remember where I'm supposed to find them. Maybe they spawn in little pockets, kind of like how the dripstone doesn't have dedicated biomes, but they do spawn in little underground areas. Also really close to the surface of that sand and sandstone up there. I think we're in the desert, right? That says Savannah Beach. Or maybe not. Yawn. Yeah, how am I doing on coal? We're getting there. There's probably going to be the last of it. And since I still have a lot left in this stack of torches, I don't know how far I'll be going. As long as this cave just ends. It doesn't just end, but that leads back to the surface, I feel. 59. And whoop, that was fun while it lasted. Alright, time to go. I see grass. I see moonlight. Bunny hop. Bunny hop. I see green bean. I wonder what I might have to do for the sound. I'll probably do a basic 1.18 test. Not on this world, but just to verify audio. Because if 1.18 doesn't have audio, I'm going to make a brand new instance and import the settings from there. So that way, I can get sounds working again. Because I don't know if it's a multi-MC thing or if it's something that I've used this instance for so long that whatever instance settings it has in multi-MC, if they're just not good anymore. That very well could be the issue. But if I were to make a brand new instance in, say, even 1.17, I wonder if I would have audio working then. I don't know, because I can't really figure out why some versions work, some versions don't. For all I know, this could just be a 1.17 pre-release thing, and the issue is fixed by 1.17.1. We have to get there, though. So 1.17 has 5 pre-releases. I think I said 8 recently. 17 did not have 8. It had 5 pre-releases and 2 or 3 release candidates. And then I can't remember how many 1.17.1 had. I don't know if it had any pre-releases. It might have gone straight to release candidates. Alright, anyways, we're gonna grab a lot of this coal, because with how much we have, we're gonna combine. We're also gonna catch some Z's and reset the weather timer. Now we have plus half a stack, so that's gonna save a lot of space. I'll be taking that because we'll be cooking up iron soon. We could probably start with all those bars as well. Let me just clean out my inventory. Clean inventory is a happy inventory. So now we'll sleep while all that's cooking up. If I really wanted, I could make an additional 2 furnaces. In fact, what I could do is I could get rid of these furnaces and just have this be a dedicated workspace. Maybe I'll even put a stone cutter on top of here. Nah, I'll put the crafting table on top of the stone cutter. Let me just remember how to make a stone cutter real fast. I know I need 1 iron, that's the saw blade. I'll put away that raw copper and cook this up in full stacks. And I feel like I need smooth stone, which means I'm gonna have to change my mind, go back, pick up some of this real fast. It'd be a waste to cook up cobblestone when I have silk touch this readily available. So we'll just pick it up from, how about down here? We'll start straightening out this cave. I don't know how much I'll need, but we'll just figure it out. So yesterday I did a whole bunch of resource collecting. I'd rather not do that today. I want to focus today more on building. What's today? Friday. It's quiet Friday, as expected. Fridays are generally the quietest days of the week. Probably because people are out living their regular lives. This is me living my regular life. I'll put that one back. Alright, we'll go back with 45. Hiya pigs, how's it going? We'll go back with 45 because I don't remember how many I need. Oh wait, if I need smooth stone, I'm gonna have to cook up the stone into smooth stone. Oh boy. Yeah, we'll let all that do its stuff. My favorite potato chips are, or if you're saying brand, it'd probably be Frito-Lay. Frito-Lay covers a lot of stuff. Alright, we're looking for the stone cutter. Oh, there's a search bar. Did they add the search bar? Was this here before? Yay! Oh, it's 3 stone and 1 iron bar. That's amazing. When did they add? Hold on, to the recipe book. Let's type Minecraft recipe book. I don't need cookbooks. Doo-doo-ba-doo-ba-doop. You know, I do wonder what happens if I type recipe book. Yeah, I was right. Those pop-up cookbooks. I kind of assumed before I pressed something. For the item, knowledge book. There's a knowledge book? 1.12? Interesting. Alright, well anyways, I'm looking for the history section. Because when did they add the search feature? Am I crazy? Are you telling me was there a search bar the whole time? Did it just never say search? Because I'm seeing stuff in 1.12. Oh my gosh, are you telling me there was a search feature the whole time? I don't know, I'm not gonna question it. Doesn't matter. Alright, so let's see, how are we doing on stuff? We're halfway there. Alright, bye book, I don't need you. We're gonna boop and boop. Oops. There we go. That's not showing the texture I really wanted. I was hoping it would be the side, but oh well. Unless, hold on, maybe this is oriented. I can't remember how I have the model. I'm pretty sure I said it north-south. I don't think the block model rotates based on orientation when placed. The original model does because you can tell it which direction you want the saw to be going. But the way I set up the model, I'm pretty sure it's hard-coded. Oh well, I don't feel like rotating it because this was the default for other stuff, like the crafting table, I believe. Let me just make sure I'm doing this right. No, I'm not crazy. The crafting table has these two textures be the same, and then these two textures be the same. So I wonder if I should use the crafting table model instead of something else. That way it would be 1 and 1 as opposed to 2 and 2. 1, 1, 2, 2 instead of 1, 2, 1, 2. But I want to say, to be accurate to Pocket Edition, it's 1, 2, 1, 2. Alright, not important. Talking Minecraft technical stuff. Alright, so that's cooking. So with the amount of copper I'll have, because if I'm correct, the floor itself is a full 9 of those, right? Yep. Because that doesn't give me anything. That doesn't give me anything. Oh, boy, you popped up out of nowhere. Hi, how's it going? Howdy to you as well. I was saying hi to the trader. I don't know if you saw, I was just doing stuff. Next thing I know, he zooped right in front of me. Well, either way, I feel like it would be wise to start out with the floor. You know what I could do? I could look up Minecraft Copper to begin with. Kind of make estimations for what the texture is going to look like. Doo-doo-ba-doop. Maybe I'll go for the, how do I make the cut copper? Oh wait, I could just use the brand new stone cutter. Oh, I don't even need that. I could use a crafting grid as well. You didn't see the notification or whatever. So that's just how it goes. Or you didn't see the what's his name pop up. Anyways, let me grab another all of this. Oops, that was a mistake. I can always deconstruct these, right? Yep. Alright, cool. So now, yeah, it's 4 to 4. If I use this though, it's still 1 to 1, right? Yep. Alright. Howdy, shady to you as well. Alright, so we're getting there. Yeah, this is taking a while for all my copper to cook up. So I'm thinking of designing a dedicated cook space. That's a buzz. Is that important? Nope. So I'm kind of visualizing. We got the bedroom here, right? Because I'll be sleeping to see the Zella rise. I'm gonna need glass. Thankfully, there's a nice, lovely desert right there. So I'm thinking, if this is the bedroom, I'm probably gonna go for sort of like an L shape to begin with. So bedroom, come down this way. This is where I have storage. I don't know what I'll put back here. This is kind of a nice view, so maybe I should move the chests. I don't know, but I'm going to move the furnaces somewhere else. So if that's all there, and if I still want to take advantage of everything that's going on down here. Decisions, decisions, decisions. So here's something. I'm thinking spiral staircase. I think spiral staircase. Let me clean up some of this grass. Maybe I should start a farm. I don't need the bread, but it'll give something to do over here. Alright, we're looking at clearing out this real fast. I forgot that was Silk Touch, but that's okay. 1, 2. That's a 4x4 area. Let me bring all this down, and then I'll decide whether or not I want to expand it, because a 4x4 staircase is going to be a little small. It's going to have a very tight spiral to it. Let me keep going down. I don't know yet how I'll design the walls or whatever. We'll see. One step at a time. So we're going to have this go all the way down here. This will allow me to go entirely here. Let me just move that. This will allow me to go all the way to the bottom floor. Maybe with all these new stone types. I say as if they're really new. Maybe with all the alternate stone types, I should do something with them. You know what I could do? I could use that Grimstone for stuff. I still need to pick up a lot more of it, because I have a lot of different block variations I'll have to make for the block museum. But that's for later. Let's just first place all this down. Alright, good enough. Let's catch some Z's, reset the weather timer after I start cooking this up. I'll move the furnaces later because I want to work on that staircase first. Boop. As the Zilla moon rises. Alright, so I'm also looking at the recipes here for the copper, and it looks like I really do just combine it with a honeycomb to get the waxed variant. Alright, well, I'm not going to worry about that. Let me see the green. Oh, I thought of a cool build idea, but that's going to be something for later. Yeah, so let me look at this real fast. So I guess if the tunnel down below is all 4 blocks, maybe I will just keep it as 4x4. Hold on, let me just head down here real fast. Yeah, I guess this is what we're going with. Alright, well, let's start preparing then. So I'm thinking, what do I currently have access to? I could make it out of acacia. That's a joke, I'd rather not. Alright, so these are the blocks I have. It's probably going to be a regular cobblestone staircase. I'm trying to think out of the box. I could make it stone brick, that'd be different. I'll have to collect all the stone to begin with. I could just start digging a hole. How would I make a staircase? That'll give me everything I need. Toss all that. Toss the ore blocks. That'll take a while to cook up. Oops. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Set that there for now, just so it doesn't take space. Alright, well, I guess it's time to go dig a hole. You know what I could do? I could make the hole right here. I could just keep this tunnel going down, 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 down. Eventually, I'm sure I'll run into a cave, right? What are the chances of me digging this all the way down to the bottom and not running into any of the cave systems that I've done before? This way, if this keeps going down, this will let me have the Grimstone from way down below. Plus, I can pick up any cobblestone or stone I need. There's grass. What a weird way to generate grass there. When Minecraft does its interpolation on a small scale. How did you? Welcome back. So I didn't see the message. That was 3 minutes ago. Oops. "50-50 of running into a cave. With the world being, I should say with the world having an additional 64 blocks downward, I feel like the possibility of me running into a cave is much higher. Maybe I should have grabbed a water bucket. A water bucket would be an easy way to get out of here. If I somehow manage to not run into any of the previous caves I've run into before, I'll be sad. Because I'm kind of hoping that I don't have to pillar out of here. Instead, what I do is I just find the exit doing one of my previously explored caves. Surely I've done cave exploration in this area, right? We'll find out. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Maybe I should start out, work my way in. I'd run into something new first. Oh well, we'll find out. Of course, if this was larger, then not only would it take longer to dig, but it also would have increased my likelihood of running into something. Because with a 4x4 surface area, that's rather thin. Alright, where are we? 57. Once we start getting to something like 20s or 30s, that's when I start thinking, maybe I'm not going to hit something. I also think it's a little too much effort trying to go multiple blocks down at a time. I think I'll just stick to one. Oh, look at all that stone. At least I'll be able to make plenty of stone bricks after this. I see you. I already have plenty of ore though, so we're gonna mine this in its raw form. 2 blocks and I got 16. That's the magic fortune. Are Minecraft enchantments considered magic? Minecraft potions are considered alchemy. And I've already passed the stack of copper just from 1.5 ore veins. I almost wonder if I should have just gone straight down on one of these. The only problem is, if I had chosen to only dig one block, in the event that I do need a pillar out of it, I'd be filling in the entire hole I just dug. That'd be a big old waste of time. There was also another opportunity, had I chosen to take it. Hey, here's a cave. Cool. Had I chosen to take the opportunity and brought with me a whole bunch of TNT, I could have made a tunnel that way. Oh, thankfully, I don't have to do that just yet. So I'm not going to take my chances, because now that I have a whole bunch of stone from digging out this tunnel, I'm able to use that stone, turn it into stone brick, start working on the stone brick staircase. Let me just go down one more block. All right, where are we? 31. All right, we go not that way. Oh, this goes back down as well. I just need to find an area that has my torches. But I wonder if I'm too far away for that. If I have to make a staircase after this, I'll be a little, You know what? I should have brought the stone cutter with me. Too late for that now, but if I brought the stone cutter with me, I could have just made the stone bricks down here. That's what happens when you don't think things all the way through. That's okay. I'll take the challenging path. Lots of bad guys popping out. Of course, this is kind of my fault for invading their domain. Move that there, since you can't do anything with bones as they are. All this glow lichen makes me think, hey, I've been here before. That's not true. Does anyone know what light level glow lichen has? You know what? I don't have smooth lighting on. I can easily count the light levels. Maybe later. If we're going in the direction I think we're going. Hello. We are currently not. Oh wait, yeah we are. Yeah, if I'm going in the direction I think I'm going, then I'm increasing my likelihood of finding the caves I'm looking for. I can't sprint anymore. We're gonna be smart and heal up real fast. Another bow. I don't think I can combine those. Not yet, at least. Hey, the exit. Question is, where am I? Oh, Zelamoon rises. Oh, I know where I am. We're just on the opposite side of... It's just right through here. We're on the other side of the mountain. That was a nice short distance. I guess technically this is a plateau, not a mountain. Minecraft technicalities. And we made it. Hooray, hooray. Looks like this guy's still here. Oh, let's grab all of that real fast. And then we're going to cook up all of this. Oh wait, I had a whole other stack on me. Oops. That's okay, I guess. Well, in fact, I could take all of this. We're gonna combine. What are you doing up there? Someone's going for a trip. Alright, I have now decided. So let me start right here. Pretty sure I'll need more than that. We'll just make a bunch of this. And then I'll start with probably 2 stacks. Because I don't remember how far down we go. Alright, we should be set. Move that up. So the question is, which floor works best? Or what I could do, let's not accidentally fall down there. What I could do is I could build the floors individually. So we'll start right here. This is the point where I want to enter in. So first we're going to fill in right in the middle. That way I can get across. And then we'll do the staircase. We need to make sure we have 1 block in each corner. That way we can go up. This means we might be safe to just start here. That does not go very well. Because now that's kind of blocking the exit. Because each of the corner pieces have to be flush with the level. Okay, well, if I'm... Oopsies. Oopsies. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to fill in with the full blocks. Oh, if I mind that, I'll have to go down for it. Let's not do that. So, we'll start here, I suppose. We have an issue, because now I can't get on that side. Alright, change of plans. Change of plans already, because what I'm going to have to do is go the other way, from what it appears. So let me first fill that in. The reason why I have to go the other way is because if I start here, if I start building up right here, this will allow me to go, oops. This would allow me to go all the way up. Oh, I guess I didn't need that. Oops. Oh, that's not very flat. I'd have to open this up on its side. Which means the staircase instead has to rotate. Because if I want that block there, I would need this one. I probably should have done this first, but that's okay. Only thing is, that just blocks off this front side. Alright, well, if it works, it works. I wonder how I'm supposed to know where I need to be. There's only 1 block between each of these. Oh boy. Because if the floor is here, you skip a block, then you have the other corner piece. You skip a block where that stair is, then you have the other corner. Honestly, I could probably just Halo reach that. Decisions, decisions. Oh, by the way, first we'll build this all the way up. Yeah, it really is just block, stair, stair. Well, that's a good angle, I suppose. I'll probably do this then. Oops. And then I'll just turn this into the top part of the floor. I don't know if we'll go higher than this. Let's not have that. Let's not have that one in the corner. Alright, let's start lining things up, especially now that it's all dark. I'll redo the sides of the tunnel later. Alright, so if I'm correct, one of the sides... So yeah, you've got the side with the staircase, and then you have nothing on that floor next to it. I'm making sure that all of this is nice and organized. Alright, so that means if this is where the staircase is, all of this is going to be empty. Let's just dig that up real fast. Oops. So yeah, this is that block. I skipped that one. That means the floor goes there. So skip that. Floor goes... I can barely reach that. Oh, I guess I can reach farther if I already place that first. Howdy, Paul. Welcome back. I'm about ready to jump down, though, because I have stuff. I'll probably wait 1 more minute. I have a little bit of time before the stuff despawns. How to delete a corrupted world. What went wrong? Alright, let me go down and pick up the goods. No despawning on my watch. Alright, well, we're getting there ever so slowly. Oh, great, now I need to figure out how to get out of here. No structures. What version did you generate the world in? Is this the exit? Pretty sure it is. Maybe at some point in the future I'll mark the exit. As long as I follow the torches. This is also why I didn't want to go down there to begin with. How much did you do on the world? Because I feel like the solution was probably simple. And there's nothing wrong with the world. Has it really been 45 minutes already? Time goes zoom. Feels like I haven't done anything. I guess what I've been doing is cooking up all this copper, because this is going to take a while. I also started collecting that stone. Oops, I probably should have been holding my other pickaxe while I did that. Alright, that's near. Buddy, I'm working here. I'd appreciate it if you didn't do that. Alright, well here. That's nearly done. So what I'll do is I'll just toss that half a stack in there, that half a stack, then pull that out. Oh, sun's going down. Time to catch some Z's, reset the weather timer. Eyes turn red, you can go to bed, except the horizon's not there. In fact, hold on, let me just check on something real fast. If I press this button, I think, does this do what I want it to do? Because I kind of forgot I had this. Resource reloading failed. Nope, doesn't work. Oh, savanna grass. It disabled everything. Oh, well, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this one, I believe. If there weren't any structures, there's a possibility that having, or I should say, structures were just disabled in the world itself. All you would have needed was NBT Explorer to fix it. The staircase is nice and all, but dare I put a staircase on the bottom of each of these? With how short this spiral is, I probably could. Alright, there's that copper I'll need to take care of whenever I do something with all these walls. I haven't figured out what I want to do yet. I kind of do want to try something with the Grimstone. We shall see, we shall see. Oopsies, that's not right. Oh, we almost made it to the bottom here. Hooray! In fact, we're low enough that I can do this because I don't have a way to. Oops. Can you not be upside down, please? There we go. And we made it. Hooray. Let me just place all that down. Good thing I made 2 stacks of torches, even though, or 2 stacks of stairs, even though we only needed the 1. Boop and badoop. We're getting there. So now the question is, how far down do I even want to go? I guess I could go until I run out of torches. That'll require me to head back up. I feel like... No, I'm not even feeling it. I'm confident. I'm confident that when I finish this staircase, I'm going to have a not fun time going up and down it in its entirety. I'm already feeling it now, Mr. Krabs. Is the smaller the staircase, the less fun it is. This is a very small staircase. Oh, so there's 2 blocks. Boop. Alright, last torch. So that should be another 2 blocks down, I think. Or perhaps 3 if I wanted to maximize space. Oopsies, did not mean to do that one. So block, block, and then stone brick. Well, out we go. You know what, here, before, real fast, where are we? 21. So we've got some progress to do. And now, thankfully, I don't have to use the cave to get out of here. I can just use the the staircase to go up. You know what? I wonder if I should use glass. I feel like I should use glass in the middle of this instead of stone brick. I feel like that way I can let sunlight go all the way down. I'll start working on that soon. Is this gonna... Oh, it's already done. I'll cook that up later. Do 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 do. Let's toss all that away and find our sticks. We need more sticks. Also looks like we're starting to get low on the other stuff here. Starting to get low on usable wood. Hooray! Fast movement. A feature I almost never use. Using the hotkeys associated with the inventory slots. But anyways, alright Desert, you're next on the list. Here comes Mr. Shovel. Alright, how about we start, I guess, up here. Maybe I should get rid of these first. Speaking of sticks, I don't know how much I don't know how much I plan on getting rid of. I want to make sure I have enough glass that feels like I'd be good for building for a while. I think I just have to flatten this. I'll be good. I don't need massive amounts of it, just enough to get me going for a while. And while we are, oopsies, that's not what I wanted to do. I guess let me just pick up everything that's down here now. But I wanted to get rid of some of the sandstone that was visible up here. I forgot that was ninja fast. We're gonna fill this in with sand. I just didn't want the sandstone to be visible. I'm probably not gonna build with it. Here's another cave. The urge to explore. With knowledge of, I've got stuff to do. Because now I have to take the time to cook up all this. Desert rabbits. Maybe I should do a rabbit farm. Oh wait, rabbits need carrots. I don't know where I'm gonna find carrots. I guess if I keep using looting on zombies, eventually one of them will drop a carrot. I feel like they'll end up finding potatoes more often. Although, statistically, I think they both have the same probability of dropping. Oop, we're all good. Alright, back to work. A cave that tried to become a cave. I know what those are like. We also have a scout party over here that needs to be eliminated. I'll take your banners, thank you very much. I wonder how many of the scout parties I'm gonna eliminate by the time I leave this place. I guess we'll find out. I just have to count the banners. It does feel like, though, I've been seeing them more frequently than when they first started. They were first implemented, I should say. Alright, with this going, we start with 2 stacks. I'll probably leave the Omnis banner with stuff I'm taking home specifically. Alright, let's wait around a little bit for that to set. Maybe what I'll do is I'll keep working on trying to gather the Grimstone. So I'll just start digging the tunnel some more. Let me organize my stuff. Clean inventory is a happy inventory. But now the Zella Moon rises, so we'll catch some Z's, reset the weather timer. I'm also going to grab here one more, I think. There we go, this should be good enough to start out. I'm pretty sure I only have 3 layers I need to fill in as of right now. Oop. So we start there, and then we also need one here. I didn't do that before, but we're going to do it now. And I wondered, did I put underneath? Huh. I guess this is technically right. It just seems odd because the way it's positioned. Well, then down here, I did put the stone brick underneath the stair. Oh, that's right. Those are still the stair blocks. Oops. And there we go. There are 3 tiers that we have so far. All right, down we go. I probably should have just jumped, truth be told. How did I end up with an odd number of stone bricks? What did I use it on? There's the one. Is this important? Nope. Alright, well, doesn't matter. We keep going. We need to go deeper, says the Minecraft achievement. Yawn, I say it as if it's been a long day. Not really, but I feel like it's going to become a long day. Y13 is a level where you're likely to find diamonds at. Oop, there's some iron. I don't know what I'll do with the iron, but I'll still keep picking it up. It'll serve a purpose later. Probably. You know what? No, it's bothered me. How did I end up with an odd number of stone bricks? Hold on, we have to go up to investigate. Did I just not pick one up somewhere? Did I do this wrong? I need to count exactly how many placed in that corner, because I'm pretty sure that's where the key is. Oh, in fact, while I'm all the way up, I can also figure out how much we're currently at. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. That explains it. Now I feel better. I understand. Well, while we're up here, I realize I should put glass where the cave is. Make a floor out of that one. So let's just grab all of this real fast. I didn't need that much, but that's okay. And all that XP went straight to repairing my pickaxe. Woohoo. Woohoo, tell you. Alright, where's the cave at? I need something to contrast the stone brick, though. I'm not a big fan of all the stone. I also see you, Enderman. Time to fight. I'll take the pearls, thank you. I don't know if I'll ever need the pearls over here, but I'll take them. Do. The urge to keep going, but the knowledge that if I keep going, it'll be difficult to stop. Alright, the floor level. I guess it's technically this one. 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Now I'm back to an even number of stone bricks. All is well with everything, says that one AI who wrote a story using a massive amount of previous stories. Howdy, Koski, welcome back. Alright, where are we at now? Level 9. Cool, we'll be farther down into Grimstone level by the time that we run out of stairs. Stronghold staircases are made out of slabs, not stone brick stairs. I can't remember if there were stone brick stairs at that time. For some reason, I feel like stone brick stairs came later. Unless they were always there, and I'm thinking of regular brick stairs. Brick stairs and sandstone stairs came later. But at the same time, those might have been implemented in 1.0. Or how are we doing on daylight? That is very difficult to see. I guess if I stand off to the side, it's better than standing in the middle. Still skylight though. I see blocks that aren't normal. I should say they're normal for everyone who started playing Minecraft in 1.18 and later. That's not me. Maybe I'll do something with all this stuff. I don't know what I'll do with it, but I'll figure something out. Probably. Famous last words. There we go. Now we're getting to the block I wanted to collect. There's another cave. I'll have to set up another platform then. Good thing I have all this glass on me. Question is, do I go for the cobbled version or the non-cobbled version? Decisions. There's also some water there. Yeah, that probably goes for a while. Alright, let me look up and realize I might have gone a little bit too far. That's not what I wanted. I think I'm doing this right after I fix that block. Oops. Alright, I'll start with the non-cobbled version first. Then we just dig this up real fast, make it all one layer. Alright, let's fix that stair. Fix the stair and also place down more torches. Alright, we are now at -4. Hooray. Alright, I guess let's keep digging some more. We'll see what else we run into. Oh wait, a little more, couple more blocks. Then I'll finish off the next 2 layers. I'll probably need to compare textures. Of course, I still want to change the textures. I'm not a big fan of this. I don't even know if I'm using the original. I'm going to want something that's not Jopified. Alright, there we go. So with all that, let me briefly look up Minecraft Grimstone because I don't remember how many variations there are. So there's polished. Let me see how to make the polished stuff. Because I'm pretty sure I just need... Oh, you need 4 cobbled to make polished? Oh, I can make bricks out of this. That doesn't look that bad. At the time, they were only available from Creative. Oh wait, the recipe was added by now. Alright, cool. Alright, how do I make the bricks? So I need 4 polished to make the bricks. Nah, I think that's what I'll go for. Okay, what about the tiles, though? The tiles are like bricks, but smaller. Yeah, well, I think I know... Oh wait, hold on, how does chiseled look? I would not use this for regular stuff, though. Doo-doo. Straight up lowered the contrast, but I like the high contrast version. Alright, well, either way, we're going for the bricks, and so now I know what I need. Me, andesite isn't normal. I understand. Andesite is, like, mid-range for me. Because on one hand, it's been a good 11 years of its existence. 2, 3, 4. There we go. I'm just preparing for later. Oh, well, either way, if I'm going to need the cobbled versions, I guess I'll have to start going for this. Let me just pick up the last 4 to complete the stack. And now we'll switch over to regular. And we'll probably stick around down here until we finish collecting everything. I should say until we are nearing the end of our stone brick stairs. Alright, block. Oopsies. Double oopsies. Both of those are incorrect. That's incorrect as well. Alright, we'll need to go down a little bit more, that way I can at least place down the next torch. We're currently looking at about 37 minutes left of the day. Has it really been that long so far? We're not going down to bedrock. I'm only on negative 20 or a negative 15. I have 20 more stairs, which means I can only go down to negative 35. I'm not going down to bedrock. Oops. That's okay. I'll just make do with how I do. Oh, there's some gold. But if it's not directly beneath me, we're just going to leave it. You know what? I think it might be a good idea to use the tiles in the walls. Use the grimstone, or not the grimstone tiles, the grimstone um, bricks. I don't know why I blanked on that, because I was looking at the tiles last. So if I use the polished bricks within the walls here, that means that when I dig up the walls for these lower areas, I'll be able to get a big refund. I think it'll be great. At least that's the hope. Cannot guarantee. Make sure I plop down the torches as well. Yeah, we're already coming upon the end of the line here. Because if this is 4 blocks, I only have to dig down 4 blocks 3 times. How are we looking? Oh, we're getting there. You have a lot of the cobbled brimstone by now. I wonder if we'll run into one more cave before this eventually makes it to bedrock. I don't know when I'll keep digging, because I'll probably just stop when I run out of stairs, then call it there. Alright, there's a 1. I have a prediction for what I think it is. And boop. And I was right. Alright, it can wait. 45 more minutes. Yeah, eventually I'll work more on the staircase going all the way down to the bottom of the world. But I don't need to worry about that for now because I don't have a roof over my head. I'll need to design something because I plan on having one area up top be the primary living area, but I also want dedicated observer areas below. That's why I want to renovate the caves that are inside the overhang. I also want to do something underneath the overhang that hangs from the ceiling, but I haven't figured that out yet. I have a plan, I have this image in my mind based on what I've done before on my beta 1.8 world. So I kind of want to do something similar. Except this time, I have many new blocks that did not exist in beta 1.8. Oops, that was not supposed to be full. And that was the end of my stairs. Alright, well, we made good progress. So different. You could see the top part of the texture, but then you look at the side. Hold on. Does this have random orientations to it? Oh my gosh, you're right. This one is affected. I'm gonna have to fix that. I'm gonna need to take away the randomization. The flipped and rotated versions. Oi. I'll do that later. I sure hope I get the resource pack updated before we're done with 1.17.1. But there's the possibility that doesn't happen because I have other stuff I need to do. I gotta publish the Megiri Galka map download. I should say I need to put it together, which also has a resource pack I need to fix. Oh, that's why I was kind of feeling like nighttime. It's raining again. What day are we on? 6,498. We're going to be on 6,500 by the end of this. Alright, so let me put away what I don't need. That's a lot of blocks. Block just nearly full. It's not a thunderstorm, right? Didn't think so. Man, I spent a lot of coal. Here, let me grab all this real fast. Oops. I need more coal because I don't want to deconstruct my half a stack of coal blocks currently. Alrighty, so with all that taken care of, we're gonna grab 4 stacks of this. I don't know how much I'm gonna need, but this is where we begin. So if I'm correct, it's just the 4 of that, right? Yep, and now we've got the polish, but hold on, let me remember how to make the bricks. So if I find, let me go to the disambiguation tab, because I'm looking for specifically the bricks. It's 4 polished. So yeah, turn all that, make all that polished. And then I take all that, turn that into the bricks. And just like that, we got a massive amount of recipes unlocked. Because we've now had the original cobbled, polished, and the bricks in our inventory to unlock all of those. But anyways, so what we can do now is I kind of hope that the Grimstone bricks looks good when paired with the regular stone bricks. Now, whether or not it will is a whole other topic, but one thing at a time. We start right here. So what I'm probably going to do is just start one wall at a time and work my way down. That should still have enough light from the 3 other torches. But this is where we're beginning. And we're going to stop first at this layer because I don't want to go full production mode and decide, I don't like that. I realize it's just like the stone brick, but darker. Alright, how's that looking? And then plus torch. I might do something else to break up the pattern, otherwise I think it's fine. Alright, so with that wall done, here comes the real test. How do the other 2 walls look? Or the other 3? Alright, boop. Excuse me. I'm not going to do the corner block there because it's probably going to be hidden. I don't need to fill in blocks that aren't going to be visible. As long as they stay solid, then I don't have to worry about the air. Oops. And this is the part where I decide how exactly I want to handle down here. We will do the corner next to that though, just because that will allow everything to be divisible by 4. That is what we want. Y'all know me and making things line up nice. So we'll start there for now. I guess technically, if I were to fill in each of the 4 corners, that is 4 blocks. So it would have mathed out anyway. This seems fine. Almost feels like a dungeon. That's okay. I'm pretty sure also that's going to be time to catch some Z's and reset the weather timer. Oop. I'm okay, says Captain Man. This reminds me, I still need to watch the movie. That's not true. I need to finish Danger Force Season 3. I haven't started it yet. So back when I first looked, it was not on Paramount. And then eventually, we're talking a couple of years past, I looked back again a few days ago. Danger Force Season 3 is now on Paramount Plus. Hooray! It has joined the first 2 seasons. So what that means is now I can watch it without any problems. And then feel better knowing that I saw the first 2 seasons and got the opportunity to watch Season 3. I like when I can complete stuff. It's still just raining? What time is it? Hold on. Let me go over here real fast. They fixed it. Man, they fixed the recipe. Because now it no longer shows you the time of day on the item. You have to have the item in your inventory. Well, that was fun while it lasted, because that would have been useful. Oh yeah, we've got coal. I can start filling this up. Party potato. Oh wait, hold on. We have even more blocks I can put away. Alright, so I believe that's 3 of the sides done. Yeah, so time for round 4. Don't worry about all these torches and the shape of the landscape. I'll make sure all of that is nice and good when we get here. I'll probably end up filling this in. In fact, let's just do that. That'll make it look nicer. think that's the final block, right? Yeah, that's where it's currently positioned so far. So for all of this, I don't know how I'll do the wall yet, so let me start there. Because I don't know how open this needs to be. You know what I could do? Maybe I could put something else in the corners for wherever they are visible. Hooray. Let's fix the torches. Oh wait, hold on. Maybe that one was supposed to be... You know what? I'll just keep this like that. It doesn't need to have access to that point. Well, now for in here. I could do something a little interesting where it's half the wall and then the other half of the wall. Except all of that has to be the same layer. Bring this down. As long as everything's in multiples of 4, then this maths out correctly. I am thinking of putting stone brick at these corner pieces. It just feels a little weird having the indent. So I think a different block type would suit better. So now, let me see something real fast, because what does this make? That doesn't make anything. Can you not do anything with the base material? Huh. So it's not like stone, where stone gets turned into stone bricks. You really do need the cobbled version to do anything with it. Interesting, interesting. Alright, so yeah, let me just grab this real fast. I have 3 stacks of cobbled so far. Guess if I want, I could just turn all of that then. You know what, here, we'll start with 2 stacks. You know, I'll make a whole bunch of that first, but let me also... I kind of do want to know how this would look. Oops. Scratch some Z's, reset the weather timer. Hooray, hooray. Alright, so if I used polished instead of stone bricks, how does it look? I have my doubts. I think I am gonna like this more. Yeah, I think I prefer the stone brick. Alright, I won't be as picky with the stone brick because it's focused on filling in the extra stuff. Alright, there we go. I guess if I wanted, I could just do boop. I don't yet know how I'm going to redo that corner, so I'll leave that. I'll also leave that one there as well. So down we go. I'll probably start with, say, hold on, let me get distracted real fast. Place the torch, As it turns out, I never explored what was in here. Alright, if this is here, where's my... This is right next to the bed. Oh, this would be great, because if I have something up there, I can also do something right here and sort of connect the two. Oh, that's great. This is in a good area. Alright, coolio. So now that with that taken care of, I can head over here. We'll go all the way until this block to begin with. Oops. Not that one. Leave the corner alone for the time being. I wonder, what if I should just focus on one wall at a time? Well, either way, let me just get this down first and then decide. So this can go all the way down, at least one layer. Then I'm thinking this floor can be filled in. All right, so all of this. Then probably all of this as well. I think this was partially open before, but we're gonna seal that all off now. So keep this one open and probably just fill that in for now. And then this one lower. This is the floor here, so we'll keep that like that. The problem is I can't put anything there because this is where my head has to go. So I need to be able to go down there. What if I do something like this? If I jump from this side. Oh, well, either way, this one, I'll probably lower the ceiling as well. I don't think I need 4 block space. Oh, wait, hold on. I guess I can just fill this in entirely. There we go. Alright, so with all that now taken care of, this is the part where we go one wall at a time. Let me first put any torches that need to go back. Need to make sure everything's all nice and bright. Yeah, maybe that belongs here. Alright, woohoo, we're getting there. Down we go for the next 25 minutes or so. So I'm thinking, how about we start with probably this wall. I wonder if I should use the stone to see just how far we have to go. I'm not going to go all the way down just yet. I'm planning on stopping at the next glass. In fact, let me just see, where is that? Oh, we're almost there. Maybe 3/5 of the way down. At first I was going to say 3/4. That didn't feel right. Then I was going to say 2/3. That didn't feel right either. 3/5 makes sense. And hello there, Copper. I'll take you. Pikachu, I choose you. I feel like I reference Pokemon common enough, even though I don't know if I'll ever watch the anime. Unlikely. Why? There's a lot of it. Pokemon's been going. Pokemon the series has been going many years now. Oh boy. And y'all know me, if I start it, I want to finish it. I don't know how long, but I plan on it. Looking at you, Doctor Who. I don't know how long that would take me to get through. Howdy, Ian. You've returned from the marvelous cave. Unless you're still inside the cave. Hello, 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 hello. Look, there's an echo. Echo, echo. That takes too much thinking. I ran out. Let's head up top again. I need to grab more bricks. Maybe I should go down. Well, if it ends up being 1-to-1, the amount that I acquire from the bottom portion means I need to collect enough to fill up before then. That means I currently have a net negative because there's no way I have enough. I only have the 60 left. This might just barely be enough for the one wall. Oops, that doesn't go there. Woefully due for another quake. Surely in our lifetime. If you hit the point of obsessing over it though, I feel like you're gonna miss out on life's opportunities. Just do what I always do. Say, that's a problem for future me. As long as you're prepared for when it happens, you don't have to worry about it continually. Of course, I can apply that to many things. Alright, so since we're gonna run out of, not stone bricks, we're gonna run out of the grimstone bricks, what I'll have to do is start something else. Because you're still out on your the vacation, right? Yeah, that's gonna take a while, which means I'm gonna need more stone brick stairs. You know, I don't know how much I want to keep working on this staircase. How about we start building with the copper that we have cooking? Oh, that's what I was doing. I was cooking the copper because I wanted it, and then while that copper was cooking, I was doing other things. I'm gonna need a better storage area. Decisions, decisions, decisions. Decisions as I plan what exactly I hope to do next. Let me first. Oh, wait, hold on. I think I have torches I need to place down. Let's head back down here real fast. Enjoy your life until next time. Alright, fix that one. And that one. Oops. Double oops. But that's okay. I think there's one more that I need to do. That'll bring me back to an even number. Y'all know me in odd numbers. Maybe I should put signs in here with markers that say what floor I'm at. Also, I kind of want to know what light level is this. Okay, if this only goes down to light level of 9, then I'll be fine. If it said 6 or 7, then I'd consider placing more torches. Oh, I realize the trader's gone now. Bye-bye. Alright. So, we're halfway there, says Bon Jovi. Oh wait, hold on, I have enough to make one whole stack of blocks. Last. Oops. This is what I was waiting for. Not particularly, but I'm glad that it happened, because now I could do what I wanted to do. We're going to place down this in the floor right here. Maybe I should make 66 blocks, make it 6 by 11. How many blocks is this? Oh, that's 12. I almost made it. Well, either way, that's right about where I wanted to be anyway, because over there. Maybe I should keep cooking up a little bit more, as this is indeed what I was hoping to do. Because otherwise I could do 5 by 12. I guess 5 by 13. Let me just grab all this real fast. I can deconstruct these, right? Cool. That way, in the event that I end up making too many. Alright, either way, that's now at 68. So the goal is, I know this is going to start oxidizing. That's kind of the plan. Because I'm going to be waiting for it to oxidize. Oh wait, I think I wanted the... Let's undo all this real fast, because I think I wanted the bricks. Nah, too late. We'll keep them as the full blocks. Alright, so this is... If this is gonna be a 5 by 5 room, I'll need to do at least another 5, I think. Hold on, how many blocks is this currently? Oops, I'll take that. So yeah, this is indeed the 65 I was thinking. Because now, this is going to be one dedicated room. I'm thinking of something else for this room, but I don't want copper on the floor. I wanted copper primarily for this workspace here. But now I don't know how much this is going to keep being a workspace, because as I examine, I look and I see, I kind of like that view. In fact, I kind of like this view as well. I'm not going to worry too much about the view from here, because I've got the bedroom for this direction. And then there's not much of a view over here, so I can just leave that as is. But this is the part where I decide if I want to move all this stuff. Because if I do decide to move it, I'll have to decide where to move it where. So what I could do, might be a little inconvenient though, because if I have the bedroom up there, I still think that keeping the workspace around here would be optimal. But I'll need to make sure that all the stuff is set up in a way where it's not going to be obstructing the good view. That means I'd have to put it all on this side, essentially. Or against the wall back there. I don't even know what I want to do for the walls yet. Truth be told, probably stone brick. I don't know how well the stone brick looks with the copper. You don't know until you try. So we'll start there. Let me just start doing all that real fast. We are indeed getting close to the end of the day here. So what I was imagining for over here, so we're gonna seal that off mostly, because off in this area, let me just expand all this real fast. This is only gonna go up to there because I'm gonna have a big old window. Something I do moderately often in construction. So then if I want a big old window, probably make it 4 blocks tall. So then if it's 4 block tall window, that means where the ceiling would go would be another 5th block, unless I also wanted that to be part of the ceiling. You know what I could do? I could do something a little curved. Maybe if it was like 3 blocks, then the last one would be brought inward. Alright, I'm trying to visualize this. How about I grab the glass and start building? We'll go from there. So 1, 2, 3, plus that. And then what I was thinking is if I brought it inward, that would go there. So that way I would get a little bit of a view first overhead. Alright, now I think I'll start laying down all of this. Start filling in the walls and stuff. Oh, that's right, I could build up 3 blocks by now. Oops, if I have the resources, of course. Is there anything else that needs cooking at the moment? There's some more iron, but I don't really need to cook that up right now. Oh, that's right. You know what? One of these times, next time I'm in the cave, I'll need to go back and check on the 2 amethyst clusters. See how much growth they have. Because as long as the chunks remain loaded, then the crystals will slowly grow. That's a lot of stone brick. I plan on doing something to break up the pattern, but we'll get there when I do. Decisions. I'm trying to use something that's more than just my regular stuff, but I'm starting to wonder what else is there to use that I have a lot of. If I really wanted, I could do... Oh wait, you know what I have a lot of? I have a lot of tough, I think. Yeah, I do. So there's a stack, plus 22. Alright, how would this go for a trim? I feel like this is gonna look a little but that's just what we're doing here, I suppose. Tough kind of feels more like it's better suited for outdoors stuff. I also don't even know if I'm going to put a full window here, so maybe I should keep that as dirt temporarily. The reason why I keep this as a trim over here is because this is going to be visible from the outside, so that way it's like a foundation. Same thing with underneath the door, which I'm kind of feeling like having 2 doors and then have 2 blocks of glass between, so like that. And then let me also grab the tough for over here. Oh, you know what? Hold on. We have some of that marble or what is this? Calcite. What if we had calcite in here? I just had a plan for, I think, what I want to use for calcite texture. An image popped into my head. And if I do it, it's going to be cool. I don't know how much it'll look like calcite, but it'll use the texture. Use a very interesting texture. So of course for all along here, this is where the tough goes, because that's the outside. But the floor will be calcite. Hooray, hooray. Let's drop some torches, keep it nice and bright in here. Getting a 4-minute warning. If you're talking about today, we have about 10-ish minutes. There we go. Oops. Is it raining again? Did they already make the change about the weather timer? And instead of being a 1.18 change, it's a 1.17 change? Oh, a 4-minute warning was the nickname of Cold War era emergency alert system. News to me. There we go. This feels alright. Alright, nom 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 nom. So that does not entirely solve my issue of what to do for storage. If I really wanted, I could just have a giant glass dome here, but then that wouldn't be as cool as, it would not make this room feel as cool. I also totally need something inside the walls, like maybe dots or stripes to make them feel better. Maybe I'll use more of the Grimstone bricks for that. The only problem is I'm spending all of those on my staircase right now, which means I'm just about out. So what I could probably do is use the regular version. 10 to 15-minute warning on a good day. Interesting. Alright, I'll probably just go for smaller windows. This one I think will keep as a 3x3. And then this one, let me lay all that down. And then this one will just be two of these, two 2x2s. So we'll do that there, and then maybe I'll have a row of 2x2s on this side. Well, I guess what I could do then is I could probably put the chests underneath the windows. Decisions. I could also make a big indentation right here. If I push this part back a couple blocks, I could probably have a small wall of furnaces. Let me first see how well this looks. So with that one there, 2 blocks, another 2 blocks. Yeah, so what I could do then is I could push this back a couple of blocks. And so then I'll probably put the 2 furnaces on there. That way, at least from the outside, this has a slightly larger indentation. So then this will allow me, I think 6 furnaces. This way, instead of the furnaces taking up real estate inside, they take up outside space. And that'll also give a little bit extra depth to the build as a whole. Alright, so this one probably be the big window. I might move that one back as well, because I just still don't know what I'm going to do for the roof yet. But I realize that, what if this just ends up being another 3x3? Does the window really need to be so tall? I guess it could be. Alright, so here comes the not fun stuff. I have chests to move. So for the copper... Oh wait, hold on. I was going to do that because I was going to get away with only spending 2 blocks. Because now these furnaces can move. I'll also need to make 2 more. Or sorry, 4 more. Oh wait, hold on. If this is all the interior, because if I had a roof sitting on top of this, then that means I can fit 2 more. Maximum space, it would appear. There we go. All right, now I kind of have to sort all this out though, because I have to distribute coal amongst 8 furnaces. Or what I could do is just distribute it amongst 4. And then just not bother with the top 2 for now. There we go. Now I'm totally ready for high capacity smelting. Oh wait, if I have glass, I think I filled in all the solid blocks. I can use panes for each of these smaller windows. There we go. I'll need to look from the outside how it appears. Speaking of outside, it might be easier to place glass from outside. There we go. Now this is starting to feel like a proper shelter. I might turn that one into copper though. I think that fits better. Then I'll have the door be on this front side. Do we have copper doors? Ah, maybe we don't. Hold on. When do we get copper doors? If it's not 1.18 and it's something like 1.20, I'm just figure something else out for now. Because I'm not going to wait that long. So copper doors are officially available in 1.21, the most recent major version. That's unfortunate. If I really wanted them, I could get them as early as 1.20.3 for experimental stuff. I don't think it's worth it. So, alright, we're going to use other doors. Let me start tossing. We're going to hold on to the Grimstone because we're going to use other blocks away. Oh, that's right, this stuff has to move. Decisions. Question is, move them to where? Because the, oopsies. Then we'll do crafting table and stone cutter. There we go, that looks better. Alright, so for the chest, I was kind of thinking maybe 1 underneath each of the side windows here, and then that'll give me +1 there. This one I can stock up. Alright, so we'll start. I don't want to just tear them down. This is the only one I'm gonna dread moving, but the other 3 I guess wouldn't be too bad. Alright, we'll start out with the ores chest. Then I'll put the ores chest. I don't know. You know what? Maybe I should make the chests first. So I'll need another 2 double chests. Let's just turn those into planks for now. Alright, so this one, I'm probably just not going to bother moving. In fact, I don't have to bother moving this one either. So I guess the only next chest I need to move is the one with all the stuff I'm taking with me. So how about, if this is blocks, items, I'm going to split blocks and items up though. So let me start putting in, got coal, then we've got iron. And we put copper because I feel like it's between copper and gold, but that's just how I sort my stuff. Yeah, that's indeed the raw form. There we go, I suppose. I'm also going to take all this because technically that belongs there. Alright, time to head off to bed. Oh yeah, while I'm here, let me make sure to light this up entirely. There we go. That's nice. I built this to a good number. So it's 2, 2, 2, 2 between each of these. That turned out pretty good. Yeah, what light level is this? 9. I guess it just looks a little dark because high contrast and all that. Who's buzzing me? One of them's important. Alright, well, either way, we're all done for today. I'll deal with working on everything later because I realized we've gone over time. But that's okay. I'm happy with how our little settlement is turning out. This feels much more like a proper outpost. We'll keep doing more building tomorrow, more. Nope, today's Friday. We'll be back again on Monday. Probably by then I might decide to sort out the rest of my stuff, because that's going to be boring. But yeah, this is indeed all it for today. Thank you all for watching. Bye.